Hello everyone. If you're getting the voice right, please comment in the section. Good morning. Good morning everybody in the US. This is Zest AMC going live, and the US market will open in another 5 minutes. The US Open. This is going to be our first live trading session at Zest. So yeah, we'll wait for the market to open. By the way, some of our this is going to be our regular account. Um, so we started this account with 300,000 yesterday, and we are already up about 20%. So there's a small account from which we'll be doing like a day-to-day activity and day-to-day live trading, and you'll be able to see what progress we have made. Just so you know, this 300k was the main balance. 64,000 euros were made yesterday. So we are already up about 20% in the US session. Ah, so we'll wait for the markets to open and then we'll start. Mhm. By the way, those of us, you will see the open position here once we get into any kind of trade. काफी सारे लोगों को यहाँ पे ज़्यादातर करके लोग इंडिया से हैं या इंडिया हिंदी बोलने वाले हैं, तो उन सभी लोगों को गुड इवनिंग। ये हमारा पहला यूएस सेशन है एट जेस्ट एएमसी। कुछ लोगों के लिए गुड न्यूज़ ये है कि हम हमारा आज ही वी गॉट लिस्टेड ऑन बाइनेंस। सो as Zest AMC is right now a trading member with Binance also, and every evening हम यहाँ पे मिलेंगे for trading the US session. The market will open in another 4 minutes. Pre-market session. Whatever जो आप अभी trades देख रहे हो, those are pre-markets still going through. I think. The markets will open in another 3 minutes. As far as we know, that Trump has decided not to impose the tariffs for now, and China has retaliated on the US with a 15% tariff and not exporting their metals. So that is where the market is. The market corrected sharply yesterday, um, but it regained when Trump decided not to tariff Canada. So that's where the market is. It's in a pretty choppy condition. But we'll see how the markets respond. 8:30 there is going to be Jolt's data. That is basically your job openings. So 1 minute to go. Now the market is open. We're going to have the first print on the bar. So there we have first print on the upside. Looking to buy the market. We have bought some here. Technically, the market is very volatile today. So let's see where it goes. We have maintained the buy side in the market and the market has taken off. So we are sitting at around 5,000 profit. It's about 6,000 pounds in profit. Um, I'd like to close it now. So the first trade is successfully executed, and there you can see we have made around 4,000 pounds in profit, and we'll let the market decide first, because this is usually the first bar, and I've so far made around 4,000 euros, so 4,700. That's approximately in Indian currency close to 5 lakh rupees. That is the kind of trade we took first. So that's our first historically when it will be reviewed. This is first trade of Zest AMC, 4,710 euros in profit, and I would not claim the previous ones right now because we were live. So from here we'll start counting. We started at 364 or 65, I guess. Yeah, and we are like right now at 369. We are waiting for the markets to settle right now, usually for it to take some directions. We have almost 300 people watching. That's what uh, I'm told, that a lot of people are watching. Thank you so much. So first day, first trade, profitable. Let's see what happens next. How the markets respond. And this is tough, guys. Why I'm telling you, the market conditions are extremely tough, and yet we are making this. So it requires experienced hand. And there is another disclaimer: if you try to copy our trades, do so at your own risk, because we are not held responsible. We have our own set of experience. We get in and we get out. So no, uh, nobody should try to copy them. The market is still settling, hasn't taken a direction yet. For all we can see is short covering is what is expected of today. Usually, when people see these big bars, these big moves, they get greedy and they try to get into it, and that's a trap. So, a lot of the times, after like even going live on trading, we'll be also teaching you some of the tricks, like what you do when you trade. Like I've been professionally trading for uh, quite some time into the market. So it's not only about you watching live trades, we'll be also teaching you. And no matter where you are trading in the global arena, like whether it is any market, the rules are the same. Whether you play, it's like football or cricket, you play in any of the countries, the rules are the same. I firmly believe that. So, I mean, like right now, as from an experience standpoint, I still see the market is not settled. Yeah, I mean, like if you are professional, you could have gotten here inside. I mean, like when you see this indecision bar and you see this one taking out, you get in here and then you try to get out as quickly as possible based on our other systems that we see. But so far, I still don't see a very firm direction on the upside. Um, Timing is very important uh, in this market. Like the one thing, the piece of the puzzle is always trying to time the market, because that's where most people fail. Like they study the price, they study the volume. We only see the price, but we have done our fundamentals. So yeah, we'll wait for it to basically settle down. Plus, we are going to have a job data in some time. So obviously, there is a news driven market and a data driven market as well. So, and plus, with Donald Trump, you require a Trump indicator. You never know what's going to happen. So nowadays, sorry, it's going to be truth social. You need to watch out for one tweet and the market goes woo. That is where the retailers get caught mostly. That's the greed candle. You see this bar and you try to enter this bar. And the next thing that you know that the bar corrected. Much of the institutions were here in this very belt. This is what it is like, the crowd driving, the mania, the greed. It's all up here. Okay. It's years and years of practice. Discipline doesn't comes in one day. I mean, like, you don't become a disciplined in anything. It's practice and practicing the right set of things. So, yeah, I think to me that is discipline. You keep on practicing. And discipline can be good or bad. I mean, like, we are creatures of habit. So, like anything which you practice, it becomes permanent. Practice does not makes perfect, it makes permanent. You see, this was the bar. And now you see the guys dumping their position. So this is brutal. This is institution size candle, and this is where they're dumping on you. So any institution is not here. They are hidden here. Every institution size is already inside. Nobody is getting outside there. Nobody is buying here. No big player is buying here. Just remember that. So the part of the beauty of the Nasdaq market or the Dow Jones market is like the you unlike other jurisdictions, there is no such rules and regulations on whether you trade live or whether you trade what. I mean, like, it's totally up to you. There we go again. We punched another one. Let's see where it goes. We are going to be taking a cautious stand before the market basically prints the job data. So second trade, let's see how much did we make. It's 960 euros. Not much, not much. That's okay. I mean, like, that's the part of the game. I mean, like, you win, you lose, but all in all, profitable. Two trades going good so far, but we have to be cautious because 8:30 is the data time. So just before the news time, we'll see. So trading involves two or three things basically. A lot of it like depends on your technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and the third part, which nobody talks about, is psychology. Like you need to have really good psychology. I mean, like in order to be, performing in this business, because trading is like first is like losses are imminent. You continue to sometimes lose. I mean, like that's also a part of it. Like it's not always that you get this sort of, return. So what happens when you lose? I mean, like it's always a chapter that you need to cover. When you lose money, what do you do? I mean, like, but first of all, you don't chase your losses. You basically chase your setup and your discipline. You don't go after like what is happening right up in the in your head, because human behavior does not like pain, and pain is the and parcel of the deal. So one of the things that you learn as a trader is basically to manage your emotions. I mean, like much of the time, like when people talk about that they are, you know uh, they went on some prodigious bender, that they just went on like blowing up their account. Is was What was causing that was because basically they were not focusing on their psychological part. They were chasing that pain. Your mind wants to get rid of that equilibrium. It wants to be basically always, I don't want this pain of loss. And that's why you go on and spending tons and tons of money, and even after losing you'll go buy course after course. Those courses are doing nothing. Like you, even if you buy courses, even if you do anything, if you don't work on yourself, the kind of person that you are becoming in the process, then you are bound to lose money. I mean, like you can get lucky once or twice. Nobody can fix that side of the human brain. So yeah, I mean, like that is also a crucial part of what makes you a trader. I mean, like it's not taught. Nobody talks about what kind of person you are becoming. Everybody is just like, okay, we'll give you this setup, you do this, you do that. What we are going to do is we are going to also learn about trading and a lot of other stuff. Obviously, while you can enjoy watching live trade, but you can also gain a lot of wisdom from these sessions. You can see what it takes to be into this business, and I call it business strictly. If you are into something else, then it's completely gambling. Like that's not professional trading. And somebody who's making that kind of money will not ever sell you any courses or anything online. I mean, like if I'm making money, I don't need to be basically selling anything to you. So we have data coming up in another 12 minutes. So yeah, let's see. So you require like our human body is made up of like God given two eyes. One eye is your technical and the other one is fundamental. I see a lot of guys talking about technical, but they never talk about the fundamental side of the equation. So you need to be focusing on all three: your technical, your fundamental, and your psychology. And then what are you as a person? You know, there is a very uh, great, a book known as Market Wizards, and in that there is a brilliant trader which talks about the market gives you exactly what you want out of it, nothing more, nothing less. I mean, like If you want to be profitable, you will be. If you just want to go around and gamble a bunch of money, it will, you know, you will eventually turn into a gambler. And you think that buying that course or buying that thing is going to give you the your life, that's not possible at all. It takes daily effort, it takes patience, it takes a lot of other stuff, like. And throughout this journey you'll be able to learn what are the pitfalls, what happens. Like, you'll see the market running right now. I mean, like, it can run in either of the directions depending on the market data that is about to be printed. So usually you wait on events and you learn, like, how are the big guys running the show. We almost saw the market selling down to 75%. It retraced 75% of the gains that it made yesterday. So, I mean, like, let's see. So, some people want pointers sometimes, like, usually I get these questions. I mean, like, where do you start? So, there are two books that I highly recommend. Is one is Technical Analysis of the Financial Markets by John J. Murphy. Second is An Intelligent Investor by Ben Graham. All these investors that you see, I mean, like, trading is for wealth creation and investing is for wealth preservation. So you would like to go through that first, and then you can basically build on something as on your psychology part of it. So those are the two things that even when you are not here in the live sessions, you can start reading, and then much of the things that we talk about here, you'll be able to understand. Okay, this is coming from there. This is coming from there. Otherwise, just watching the chart and making me print money is not going to help you do anything in life. Summary. So we just opened our, like, somebody has just been asking what we did in the last 20 minutes. We just started this quest together at Zest AMC. So we'll be, as a part of our AMC, we'll be like trading live, and we'll be also educating other people about the markets. And we started with this $300,000 account. We are up about a 20% yesterday, and today we made what, these first two trades are the ones which are fairly documented, and you can always watch the rewind of the play. So we made this much. It's not a big problem for you to watch, and this is US market. So I mean, like, we'll this is our journey to learn together and to spread some awareness also, so that we can teach people about the financial markets, because a lot of people want to learn. And this is an initiative by Zest AMC, that we are teaching others also about how you trade, or a trader's journey. I mean, like, the market data will be out in another 7 minutes. We have so far closed two trades. We have zero open position. Hmm. A lot of this positivity came in the US market after it was decided to, stop the tariff implementation by President-elect Donald Trump. I mean, like that happened yesterday. I think we were just watching the market. The market was flat, and Trudeau was supposed to call 3 o'clock in the afternoon to Trump. That's where the turnaround happened. Otherwise, you may be able to see on a daily time frame what exactly happened. This recovery came after the Trump imposed tariffs were taken out. Otherwise, you'll see this price action. This is usually the hanging man, and then you have this elephant bar. But then we see a little bit of retracement. This is close to 60-70% of retracement that we see on a day chart. So here's how we do it. So sometimes if you want to know the broader trend of the day, the broader trend seems to be bullish for right now. We have about 1 hour. So then there we see 1 hour recovery. Then you go on a 15 minutes chart and you see the market is charging upwards. So one of the things that you learn from being a trader is also that you basically, it's like what Benjamin Graham said in Intelligent Investor, that you would like to basically have two things when it comes to risk management. Number one is that you would like to cover your look at the surety of like the kind of investment that you are making. You protect your capital first. You know, some of these, like every place, like you would like to see what is the scenario which is unfolding in front of you. I mean, like some people would like to say, okay, why didn't you stay? But then the technical is showing me that, but the fundamental news remains uncertain in the market. So you would like to also base your view on that, because 98% people lose money in the markets. They can never replicate what someone else is doing, just because they do not do the whole scenario market analysis. What's happening? What is at play here? What is going to happen? And we know from the data that when it is about to come out, I mean, like we see such spikes. We are used to such spikes. 2 minutes to go. It's usually available on your trading view. It's for free of cost. You get the actual numbers. And don't just follow the trend when it comes out, because it can backfire either way. So, I mean, like we know from the data that once the data comes out, it's just the market shoots in either of the direction. It's like the knee-jerk reaction that you get. Uh, I don't know whether you guys are familiar with knee-jerk reactions, but yeah, I mean, like, so that's where I said there are three pieces of this puzzle. One is technical, the other is fundamental, and the third is your psychology. And that takes years, years and years. Failing. I mean, like the best of the traders that you'll find in the world, They will talk a lot about how many times they have failed. Nowadays, especially with all the people showing off their Rolls Royce and other stuff, it becomes difficult for to people to actually see that this is actually a painful job to sit in front of the screen and do the business. But hey, I bought this course and this happened and that happened and this happened and that happened. Nobody actually gets down and gets into the nitty gritty of it, like how it is happening, how are you doing. So the data is out and the actual is 7.6. Now let's see how the markets react. You see, that's called the knee-jerk reaction. The forecast was 8 and the actual data is 7.6. So I think so the job openings are less. Um, I think so that's a bad sign for the economy. Don't you think? And the market is going up. Why? It's contradictory to the fundamental. That means it needs to correct. It needs to adjust a bit. But let's see. The market has already corrected in the past few days. So we'll wait and we'll see what the market decides. Because even after all your analysis, you'll have to look at what market does. You just can't simply hold your opinion. I can't just simply say that the JOLTS data doesn't looks very promising and I would take this position or that position. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But usually, yesterday and for the past 2 3 days, the market has pretty much uh, absorbed all the negative news. But that was in terms of tariff. But we'll see how the job data is digested. So usually we go with the 10 10 10 formula. Is basically you wait for 10 minutes, 10 minutes, and 10 minutes for the market to decide where it wants to go. But first it digests what is there. The market isn't moving much. It's a little bit of digesting happening. So yeah, we'll be meeting here every day and would like to do this session as a part of educational experience. We'll be going live for the US Open and slowly we'll start with the FTSE and the DAX also in the afternoon. So, I mean, like in whatever part of the world you are, you'll be able to see what happens at the Open. For now, the US Open will be a regular thing, except on US holidays and Saturday, Sunday, which is obviously a rest day. So make sure you tune in, you'll learn a lot of things from time to time, not just about making money, but also what it takes to make that money. It's not only about making money. That's what happened. The market is mute right now. It's not doing anything as per se after the data because much of the negativity was absorbed already, and the market was at the same level. I think um, on Wednesday last week. So then it went about 21,585, and then there it started falling down from there at 21,847. Then we had this drop and it covered. So here's one more thing about the fundamental and the difference between the fundamental and the technical is like there is a divide. So when you study technical analysis, the very first chapter it says some people like follow blindly the technical side of the things because they believe that price has got every news digested and what we are seeing here is muteness and some form of your market breathing when the market takes a breather. So go on again on the buy side. Let's see what happens this time. I'm hoping that the market would continue to charge upside because we have our own set of confirmation here. Every selling is just being digested by the bulls. So there you have it. It's going up. Market seems to be trending. There you go, Nas. 510. Ever heard about the Fibonacci numbers? So 0 and 1 and 10 and 12 and 20. These are fucking numbers where the market fucks you up. So, there you have it. There you have it. So I'm out. So you just saw what the market does is basically near the so on this particular trade, I think we took out 5,190. So that is our third trade. That's the third successful execution so far. And we'll try to call it a day. But before calling it a day, I would like to tell you what is the application here of the Fibonacci number. The market will continue to charge and we will continue to trade our own funds also at our AMC account. But just to let you know, here you just saw three things that we learned today. Trading involves your technicals, fundamentals, psychology. Also, you saw a practical application of like what it does, like around the round numbers, the market is usually hesitant. And now we have a clear trend. The market is doing short covering for the time being. And we'll see you right back here tomorrow. So, this was the first session. I hope you enjoyed. You can join us tomorrow for the same. Thank you. And subscribe the channel for more such learning information.